All right. Good afternoon. It is March 10th, 2025. And today we had a down day, big down day. Look at the daily chart, big day. So I think a lot of people, uh, we're in this bear micro channel, but within the micro channel, all these bars had big tails on the bottom. And even the bar before that had a pretty nice tail on the bottom. And so I think that a lot of people were hoping to catch a reversal today, and I think they still are. So when we broke out of this contracting triangle, uh, we broke out. There was some rally, but then you get a nice second entry short, and I, you gotta, you just gotta hold this, because this was a nice strong move down, and if you look, you know, I I was anticipating that we're trying to go down to this low end of the channel. So I really like the context of this second entry short. This is the 17,000 tick chart though. So, um, you know, you're taking a huge amount of risk. What is that? 62. So that's actually not that bad. 19 points. So that'd be like $100 for one contract on the MES, $1,000 for one contract on the ES. But let's say you trade two contracts, MES, you're risking $200. You scalp out, you know, down here on your first one, and then you just hold the second one and follow the rules. Well, on one contract, let's say you took profits above this bull bar, because that looks like an overshoot of a channel. So I think that's a very reasonable place to take profits. You see that? Well, one contract on the MES there, we'll just call it 70 points. That's $350. That is that is a very, very good move. Um, so that's something to think about. We got this rally going on right now. Big rally. I was considering buying at this close of this bar, but I didn't like that tail on top. But man, you can see it already went up over 10 points since then. So uh, let's look at the 6,500 tick chart. That's a little more reasonable. And again, we got this contracting triangle. Um, Let me try and adjust. I'll adjust my screen a little bit so we can see March 10th. So we made this, we gapped down yesterday and had some follow through. So it wasn't clear what exactly was going on, but we're in this contracting triangle. And you get this pullback, and this is ooh, I don't really like any of this before the market opened, but you can see that we're bouncing here, and we do get a second entry short right here. That looks like one leg up, but we got a pause in the middle, and then you get this lower high, and I think you got to take that, and then you get a first entry failed second entry short, or failed second entry long, excuse me. Both of these off the EMA, and those are a couple of good moves. And then we're just in this triangle and it's contracting and it gets real small and then we get a breakout. And could you take this reversal, this higher low? Yes, but what I would say to you is to draw off draw a channel off these two lows, drag it up to the top, and look at where it bounced. That's exactly where it bounced. So maybe you could take that. It's aggressive because of the bias, but I would heavily consider this one. And you get a little, actually this is kind of like, looks like a triangle too. and you get this big breakout. It fails first entry. It kind of looks like a second entry. I think this is too much overlap for me, for my liking, but I don't know, man. Once it starts to go lower, I think you got to be aggressive. I think you take that. I think you take this. But here there's overlap too. So you just have to be careful. But I mean, there's really not much to it today. It's just it was a big move down. And now we're getting a big reversal up. Um, so here's a look at the daily chart. I think the bulls are trying to create a tail again. Here's the weekly chart. You can see we got a gap. So the bulls will eventually try and fill this gap. There's a tail on last week on the bottom. Let's take a look at the monthly chart. So March is looking pretty bearish so far. So uh, there's one more look at it. I hope everyone had a great day. I'll be back tomorrow.